Hello and welcome to GPTV on the most beautiful Tuesday, the 27th of February. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Pearce.
Gary, we've had a massive weekend.
It was big.
Huge.
Did you recover okay?
The weather was hot,
Yeah.
but I am so pumped because February's done. We're into March, April, May. The pattern has been set. Gary, the pattern has been set. We always say, I'm going to let you say hello in a moment, the pattern has been set. We get to end of February and people say, how is the market? And we go, well, we know the market is going to be X, Y, or Z based on February. February, congratulations, February. You have come through like a trooper.
Like a steam train, Phil. It was a very strong month, looking back at the month it was, and this next quarter is one of the most active selling quarters of the year, Phil. So, when you think about it, this is it. It's game on in a big way. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Is it a balanced market? They are good questions, Phil. People are waiting, hanging on the edge of their seats to find out the answer to.
Let me address that. So I said at the auctions on Saturday and Sunday, Gary, people always ask us how the market is. We say, let's get to the end of February, and February generally dictates the rest of the year.
It does.
And
we've
been calling the market pretty much for 30 years, and I reckon on balance, for 30 years we've got it right, based on what we see happening in January, February. So here's the call, viewers. It's going to be a really good real estate year. And here are some key performance indicators. Inflation on its way down. Interest rates, a cut is coming at you. Will it be March, April, May? Will it be October? Will it be the early part of 2025? We've hit peak interest rates, Gary, and the consumer knows it. So, inflation down.
You can't guarantee that.
Gary?
You're just a salesman.
Gary,
You're not an economist.
Inflation coming down. We've hit peak interest rates. There is an interest rate cut around the corner. Rising immigration. Full employment. Those four key indicators, Gary, are all starting to flash green, Gary. Flashing green.
Green is coming right at you. Look, I've got to say, as much as I enjoy disagreeing with you and I make it out of it, I've got to agree with you. I think things are looking very solid, Phil. And, it's been, when you look back at the last few years, we forget very quickly, thankfully, and we move on very quickly. But, wasn't that many years ago, there was the Royal Banking, Commission.
Yep.
And, of course, all the banks started going, oh, we don't think we're going to give so much money away now. Then, of course, we came into the pandemic. Then we came into 10 interest rate increases. So that's the last 4 or 5 years. We've been, shaken, but not stirred, to use a James Bond-ism. And it has been a bit wild, hasn't it?
And what about the COVID shutdown? All of a sudden,
pandemic,
that's just something in the distance.
Yeah, did that happen too? Yeah, there was a pandemic. No, it's been a crazy few years. So we didn't know how we'd come out of it, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen because, again, you've made these very grandiose statements, but you are just a salesperson, not an economist. But I reckon, as salespeople, we've got our feet in the ground, Phil. We get to see what's going on. We get to feel the vibe, the pulse of the market, and it's feeling good. It's not off the charts. There's no boom
Gary,
here.
You call me just a salesman,
Yeah.
right? And I am a salesperson, and a very ebullient one, a positive one. You're a little bit calmer, a little bit more conservative.
Yes,
but I say this to the fat cat economists sitting in some glorious tower overlooking a harbour, sitting on your Chesterfield couch, pondering where the market's going. I suggest you do this. Come and spend a weekend with us, fat cat economist. Come and spend a weekend sitting in the car, riding what we call shotgun, talking to the real people instead of sitting in your ivory tower. You fat cat economist.
You got to stop this. I've lost it now. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely.
So we're real people. We're amongst the working man and the working woman and the working person and the working they, whoever you relate to. We understand you.
I've absolutely lost the plot here. I've got my next meetings with an economist just about this portfolio of properties.
Fat cat one.
And I don't think that's going to go so well. Anyway.
Can you actually say fat cat anymore?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Look, viewers, if you've got a fat cat and you're offended, or you're an economist,
that is a little bit on the
or you're economist sitting on your Chesterfield stroking a fat cat.
We're in a lot of trouble right now.
We love you all.
Yeah, we love you all, and retract all of those comments. Anyway, let's get away from the economists and just try to get some composure here, because I actually have got my tears here from laughing.
Let me jump in, Gary.
Yeah.
We had a great weekend, selling 24 out of 34 of the 10 that we didn't sell. They're currently, some of those are currently under negotiation. Some of them have been repriced. I reckon they'll clear up pretty quickly. We came through with a 71% clearance. The industry was at 64. 64 is a very healthy clearance rate, particularly, Gary, as there is such volume in the market now.
Yes,
right across the key markets in Australia, volume is up all over Australia. But the clearance rate is coming through.
That volume, Phil, is going to dry up somewhat. It's not going to dissipate, but it's going to dry up because that volume is a culmination of many months of built-up listings through late November, December, January, and the start of February, of which we're seeing the outcome of now. So this is what I've said, Phil, and we've said it the last few weeks. If you're a buyer, jump on something because you've got choice now, but that choice, that window is closing. It's going to be slamming right on your fingers if you wait too long.
And look at this. You know what that was?
That was the market.
That was January and February disappearing.
Yep.
So here's the point, isn't it, Gary?
Yes, it is, Phil.
Because
it's a bit clown-like. I've got to tell you, the circus. We've got the bearded lady coming on soon, and we've got the headless. I don't know.
You talk about the volume.
No offence to bearded ladies, by the way. I've always loved bearded ladies.
The volume will come out of the market because we're already now listing for April and May.
We are.
And one thing that we do know as we head towards June, the volume always comes down. So you see a bit of a spike in the market in terms of volume February and March, and then it starts to trail down before it picks up again in kind of September for the last rush. So buyers, you need to be out there and about focusing on getting your property.
Making a commitment. We know June, July are very quiet months. There's still sales happening, but if you're a buyer and you're wanting a smorgasbord of offerings, this is it. It's laid out on the table in front of you, as good as it's ever going to get. So jump on it, take advantage of it, and get yourself a purchase now, because I think things are going to be good.
Tell us about some of the highlights from the weekend,
I will.
if you would be so bold.
Well, I won't, because I'm going to start before the weekend and talk about Grey Street, Caulfield South, of which I had the pleasure of attending that auction right at the end.
Yes.
Some lovely people bought it and some lovely people sold it. And Philip, the price is undisclosed, but the range was 165 to 18, and suffice to say it was sold within the range.
Do you know a lovely story about that auction, Gary? Yes. Because the owners of that property actually live next door. So they developed the two townhouses.
Yes, that's true.
They're living next door.
That's not a secret, is it?
And they were somewhat concerned about who their new neighbour was going to be. As you would imagine, who will our neighbour be? Will we like them? Will we get on with them?
Yep.
Anyway, we had a competitive auction there. Passed in, negotiated a sale, and the people that bought it, this lovely couple, together with two of the most gorgeous little girls, and our owners said it gives them so much joy to know that it's going to a lovely family who are living next door.
That's right. There's a photo of, we'll put the photo of the board up there with everybody on it together, but you just get the sense that they're all going to get on great. They're all going to get on well. So, it's a lovely story, a happy story, Philip. One at 41 Armour Street, Caulfield South. Well, lo and behold, Philip, we had a very strong auction there. The price is disclosed. It was 1405. We actually brought the range down a little bit because the engagement wasn't so high to start with. And we ended up getting over the range, which brought us back into the first range. But that was a very, very popular property.
It's an interesting conversation, isn't it? Because ranges do change.
Yeah, they can.
Based on the level of interest.
Yep.
Now, the cynical consumer might say, oh, they only ever go up. Well, that's actually not the case.
There you go.
A lot of the ranges get adjusted, sometimes downwards, marginally. If the level of interest is not there, the range will get adjusted. So the range is not a static thing that just sits there, and it is something that can tangibly move either direction.
And I think those same cynics, Philip, will sometimes be somewhat, angry or aggressive or cynical, as cynics can be, Phil, when the range goes up. But I think it is best practice when something gets. We had something open the weekend, had 80 groups of people through.
Yep.
Now, there wasn't a whole lot of precedent of recent sales around that home, but that home was so popular and we had such an overwhelming interest, and we've got people literally saying we'll buy it now, then it's responsible for us to adjust the range.
Correct.
So I'm not sure what else we're supposed to do.
And also, on that, a vendor is allowed to change their mind about what they will sell for.
That's true too.
And, it's interesting, sometimes you can have a vendor that says, look, I'm going to sell for $3 million. Right?
Yes.
The range is set up around the range that they've said that they will sell at, or the price that they will sell at. And then 3 days before the auction, a sale happens round the corner of something similar that goes ballistic. Well, that vendor quite rightly would say, well, look, if that just sold around the corner, then I'm going to lift up my reserve.
Absolutely. And conversely, something around the corner might sell for 2.9.
Yes.
They might say, well, you know what? I'm
Better
going
drop my range.
to have to be a little bit more realistic to the market right now. 141 Almond Street was sold, Philip, for $1,405,000. A buyer that just came once, kept a very low profile. That can happen sometimes. So
Absolutely.
as much as we analyse the market and the buyers, we think these are what people will participate, and 2 of the 3 people did. But the third person just sat back, like a jockey timing his run, Philip, came in at the end and bang, away it went.
It's great to bring a racing analogy in, Gary, so early in GPTV.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had something that won on the weekend. I've got not even a toenail off, Philip, so I didn't even tip it.
You did win? It was one of your horses?
I've got a small share at a horse called Snap Out of It. I ran one in Gold Coast, but I wasn't confident about it, Philip, so I didn't tip it to anybody.
Ran on the Gold Coast, and what percentage of that horse do you have?
I think I've got a 0.1% or something. No, I've got a very small percent. But
you've got the glory now, Gary.
Lake's Folly's coming back, Phil. Look out for that, racing fans, racing followers. Philip, let's talk about an auction that you did in 316 Inkerman. Now, that was always going to be popular. The price is disclosed.
We sold that on behalf of a commercial real estate agent, Gary, so great to be selected by one of our peers.
Yeah, thank you to the agent.
Thank you. Lovely couple that we sold for. I said when I walked through the house, I said to him, who was your interior designer? And he said, that was my partner. And I said, wow, talent, tell me.
Are we going to have a verbatim repeat of every part of the conversation?
Because I said to him, knowing that he was married to a female, I said, has she got a classical training? And he said, no. I said, what? She's not an interior designer? No. Not an architect? No. Did she do a fine arts course?
It's a long story.
No.
Are we losing you?
He says she's just got amazing talent. So if you want to have a look at a property where the finishes are sublime, they are absolutely incredible, have a look at that property.
And if you've got insomnia, just play this section over and over and you'll be sleeping in no time. It took a long time to get that out, but look, great, well done to the vendors. Again, this is a property that, from the day it opened, it was just so popular, Philip.
Do you know one of the nicest things about this? There was so much to love about this property, but they had this massive glass doors at the back.
Yep.
Instead of having a concertina door, you just pressed a button and electronically they all slid across.
Well, that's very
lovely
nice,
feature.
Very smart. I thought you were going to tell me you walked into it.
Love a house that did that.
In Howard Road, we had a very shiny window, glass door, and somebody walked straight into it. Phil,
and a shard of glass came down, sliced his entire face open. This is terrible.
Is that right?
Terrible story, absolutely. And I rushed outside, keeping in mind this is Howard Road, Caulfield North, and I said, is there a doctor here? And about 20 people put up their hand. It was more of a fight to see who would look after him than it was actually fixing him up. But anyway, tragically, the guy died.
No, he didn't die. Don't say terrible things like that. He's bad. He's bad today, isn't he? He has his naughty days, and today's one of them. 8 Culmer Street, Glen Huntley, Philip, well done there to Leor, Samuel and Aviv. The Samuel brothers rode into town, Phil, and sold that one. Lots of competition, and sold for $1,535,000 with 3 bidders.
I love those Samuel brothers. And viewers, you might not know this, but Leor and Aviv obviously work together out of our Carnegie and Murrumbeena operation. Yeah. We refer to them as the Samuel brothers, but there are actually another 2 brothers. So if you ever pick a fight with the Samuel brothers, it's not just Aviv, they all 3 metres of him, and little Leor. Yeah. There's another 2 brothers that they bring in if necessary.
Exactly
the Samuel brothers
when they ride into town,
riding into town.
Look out! You better just it's like those scenes in the saloon. Everybody runs inside, and the shutters go down.
The Samuel brothers
in town, exactly right.
Can we put up some Western music? When
like
the gunslingers, we've got to have some Western music.
Yeah, a little bit of Ennio Morricone, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's play a bit of that if we can.
Samuel brothers.
And they ride into town. Look out! Anyway, they've done a great job there, so well done to them. And so did Leor in 33 Begg Street, which he auctioned. Which Begg Street's a good spot, Phil. It's just near that Mackie Road, Centre Road area where I go to Beck's Carvery every week and get my chicken soup on Fridays and some fabulous food schnitzels and stuff.
Going back to the Samuel brothers.
Okay.
There's 4 Samuel brothers, and Leor went on to have three little Samuel Munchkins.
that's right.
So
there's
all male. So
there's a lot
it's
of
very, very strong gene pool there.
Can we get moved away from them
Moving
now, Phil?
towards the male
away
side.
from the economists and the Samuel brothers and the one sale increment that you're obsessed with. 33 Beg Street, Bentley East sold for $1,386,000. 4 bidders. Look, the hottest auction of the weekend was the auction that I attended. And well done to Jeremy Rosens and Daniel Mickmaker and all the team there for the sale of number 24 Wanda Road. Prices undisclosed.
It went off like a rocket,
It
Gary.
went absolutely nuts, Philip. And you know,
Mid-century house, sub 600 square metres of land.
Sometimes the premium on homes like that, you just never can really anticipate what it's going to be. And it did sell for a whopping premium, but 6 bidders, Phil. That was
That's
crazy.
as good as it gets,
so
Gary.
well done to the vendors who have had
We've
that
got a
home.
big weekend coming up, Gary. Can we just jump into it?
They've had
Otherwise,
that
we're going to
home
be here all night.
in the family for a long time, Philip. 15 Sidwell Avenue, not yet sold, but for sale.
Beautiful
The mid threes.
house, beautiful location.
Beautiful home, beautiful location. So get yourself down to Sidwell Avenue. Should we talk about what's coming up? Because we've got some listings coming up, Philip. We can't wait for the
My
weekend.
glasses back on, Gary.
Good on
Yep.
you. That's good. I love it when you do that, Philip. We've got on Wednesday already the first of our offerings at number 5 Jean Street, McKinnon. Jeremy Rosens handles this home and
Gary,
is the auctioneer.
4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of car parking there, lovely parcel of land, and what a great opportunity that is. 580 square metres of land.
2 at 36 Brig Street is the Samuel Brothers auction, also on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, off-street car parking for a couple of cars there, Gary. That is a ripper.
You got a couple of Twilight auctions happening this week, Philip,
Don't
on
mind a
Wednesday.
Twilight.
I love a Twilight. 202 at 190 Alma Road. Goes off on Wednesday at 6:30
Gary,
p.m.
that's one of the penthouses. There's only 2. Top floor there, faces north at the rear, got all the morning sunshine coming in on the sides. That is a fabulous apartment, one of only 2 in a modern building.
Corner Lansdowne Road. Do you remember there used to be a tennis court on that
Yep,
site?
I
Philip?
do,
Many
Gary.
years
We
ago.
sold it.
We sure did. 10 at 326 Orang Road, Caulfield North, Limbaugh Herskovitz are handling this. You're
Selling
auctioning it.
that for one of our favourite vendors. So, Richard, if you are watching this, pay attention because we're talking about you,
Yes.
Richard, and your lovely
Family.
sister.
Yep.
I will leave it there, saying just lovely sister. Richard, you know what I'm talking about. That is a fabulous apartment, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Basement car parking, and that is in the building Natanyo, so you're walking distance to our office and the wonderful Alma Village Shopping Centre.
I love that building, Phil. That is a terrific apartment. Look forward to seeing you to auctioning that one. Philip, let's get into the weekend. We've got double auction action. I'm going to start off in Cheltenham, Phil, but you're going to be in Mayfield Grove in Caulfield North.
Gary,
one of our
this
favourite streets.
is the most incredible home. It's actually built from new. It looks like a beautiful period home.
It's a reproduction.
But it's actually a reproduction, but you'd never pick it other than the fact that it's just magnificent from start to finish. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars, and directly opposite Caulfield Park, the most stunning home.
Stanley Avenue, Cheltenham is where I'm kicking off at 10:30 a.m. Phil,
That
tell
looks
us
like a
about it.
ripper, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, car parking there via a lock-up garage. Stunning inside. That's a beautiful home.
We have 4 auctions at 11:30 a.m. A busy time slot. We're going to be in Wattle Avenue in Glen Huntley with Aviv and Leo.
Gary, we love those villas. We say it all the time. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a lock-up garage. Looks into garden areas. That's a ripper.
As I leave Cheltenham, I'll say hello to Jeremy Rosens, who's coming to Hyatt. They're all in the same sort of district where we're very active, Philip. 2 at 3 Alfred Street.
That is an immaculate home. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a lock-up garage, courtyard garden areas. That is just fabulous real estate.
I love the look of this Art Deco apartment, Philip. It's in the heart of Ripon Lee, so close to so many terrific amenities, and I'm auctioning it at 11:30 a.m.
Gary, we know this building well. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 lock-up garage. The most pretty building, and Ripon Lee, what's not to love?
Your second auction on Saturday, Philip's in Carween Avenue, Brighton East at
Gary,
11:30.
absolutely love this. It's a beautiful address. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, off-street car parking, beautiful wraparound garden areas. That is incredible real estate. Whether you're an owner-occupier or an investor, that is incredible property.
The apartment in Malvern Grove, Caulfield North, Philip, at 12:30 is more like a semi than a really apartment. Tell us a little about it.
Gary, fabulous. First of all, again, Malvern Grove is one of the best addresses. Caulfield Park at one end, Glenferrie Road at the other. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, off-street car parking for 2 cars. That is a fabulous home.
Jeremy Rosens is going to be at 11:30 Nearham Road, Caulfield. Tell us about that one.
Well, again, what do we love? most. We love a single-storey villa with wraparound gardens, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a lock-up garage. That is quality real estate.
Perry Court goes off at 12:30 in Brighton East. You're the auctioneer.
And I'm looking forward to that, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, including a garage. That is really good real estate and obviously a prized position.
5 auctions at 1:30, Philip. We get a kick-off in Mimosa Road, Carnegie, with Graham Callan.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, wraparound courtyard gardens, a car space. That's terrific.
And Christian de Freck, who has set the record for a sale in Murrumbeena and continues to sell the best homes in Murrumbeena, is the agent. Leor Samuels, the auctioneer for Dalney Road.
Stunning home, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, lock-up garage, further parking for 2 cars, and a swimming pool. That is as good as it gets.
High quality apartment goes to the market, built by Omnicom Constructions, if I'm not mistaken, Philip, who do a great job. This particular apartment is in McKinnon Road, and I am the auctioneer for
2
it.
bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a car park, Gary, and Omnicom, without question, are one of Australia's best luxury builders.
And I'm looking forward to meeting Ben Eisner there. Philip, at 1:30 p.m, we're going to be in Purtell Street, Bentley East. Jeremy Rosen's hopping over there
4
for this auction.
bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage. That is a brand new perfection.
Great Scott, we have an auction at 1:30 in Caulfield South. In Scott Street, Philip, you're the auctioneer.
Gary, lots to love here. 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. We've got a double carport there. That is a fantastic home and a really good opportunity to get into the market.
Triple auction action, Philip, at 2:30 p.m, 754 Inkerman Road. Looks like it's been very popular. I'm not surprised.
Gary, I cannot wait for this auction. I love this house. I love that location. We've got so much activity happening around Caulfield Park. I think this is probably the best renovated period home I've ever seen. That's a big call. Come and have a look.
Well, if you can auction at 2:30 in Inkerman Road, Philip, then I can auction at 2:30 Inkerman Street. I'm just up the road from you with this terrific 3-bedroom apartment.
It is. Well, it's a 3-bedroom townhouse, Gary. That has got a lock-up garage, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a lock-up garage. Great location. That is St Kilda East living at its finest, given its price range.
Rosstown Road, a well-known street in Carnegie. Graham Callan auctions at 2:30.
Great opportunity to get into the market. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
And we've got 2 auctions at 3:30 to bring the curtain down to busy Saturday, Philip. We're going to be in Railway Crescent in Bentley, Jeremy Rosen's auctions.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, courtyard garden areas. That's a really good opportunity.
And Clee Street, McKinnon, one of the finest streets in McKinnon. You have the auction honours at 3:30 p.m.
Gary, this is the most beautiful mid-century home that sits on 1,124 square metres of the most premier land. Clee Street is one of McKinnon's best streets. And of course, that area, that kind of McKinnon Hill area, is just incredible.
Sunday's a busy day, Phil. Plenty of auctions in plenty of different areas. We're going to be in Huntley Street, Brighton at 10:30 a.m. Tell us about this.
Gary, love that position, because that's Brighton, it's Elstonwick, it's Elwood wrapped up into one. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage. That is a really great opportunity.
And I'm looking forward 11:30 to conduct one of our 3 auctions at that time in Marlborough Country, Phil, in Marlborough Street.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 garage, Gary, 1 car park undercover, and that is walking distance to the Alma Village, walking distance to the tram and Dandenong Road. We love Marlborough.
Cedar Street, Caulfield South, Philip, is another 11:30 auction. Tell us a little about it.
4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking, and Cedar Street is just the best part of Caulfield South.
We've got a few offerings in Narrong Road, Philip. None better than the one that we've got at 1 at 15, going up at 11:30 a.m.
We think Narrong Road is one of the best streets, positionally speaking, in North Caulfield. You've got the tram and Hawthorn Road, the tram at Dandenong Road, Caulfield Park, Glenferrie Road. Everything's on your doorstep. That's a great 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space apartment.
7 Wilk Street is due to go to auction on 12:30 on Sunday, but I think it might be sold.
Stay tuned. There might be a sold sticker on that one.
If not, come and have a look at it, because it's a great home. Northcote Avenue, Philip, is going to be your 12:30 auction on Sunday. Tell us a little about
Gary,
it.
this is the most beautiful brand new home. The architect was Wold Architecture, Michael Wold. Off air from Olive Constructions was the builder. That combination has created total magic.
Now, this is a beautifully constructed home, Philip. I'm very familiar with this property, as you are, and that's 1A Pullman Court in St Kilda East, which goes to auction at 1:30 p.m.
Gary, freestanding, got its own street frontage, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, north-facing garden, big entertaining areas, feels and looks brand new. That is a wonderful home.
1:30 p.m. Philip, 106 at 92 Hawthorn Road goes under the
Gary,
hammer.
we love that building
Oh,
directly
yeah.
opposite the park. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, secure basement car parking. That is fabulous.
4 at 506 Dandenong Road, also at that time, Simon Redonic Auctions.
Very large apartment, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and 3 car spaces. That is incredible. A great location.
Talking about very large, Philip, we've just kept 230 available for one auction only, Philip, and it's going to be 6 Hellensley Road, one of my very favourite streets in Caulfield
How much
North.
do I love this house, Gary? I did the video tour there. I absolutely adore Hellensley. It's a beautiful tree-lined street. This house is incredible. It's on a large parcel of land, and it's 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 4 cars, a garage. It is incredible, and the architecture, the interior design there is magnificent.
And we are full throttle at 3:30, Philip. We've got 4 auctions. Let's talk about the one at Clarence Street, Elston, which Leo Samuel is doing.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, great location, great building.
Back in Lambert Road, we love that street. We've been so active there, and this is a great looking property.
Gary, this is 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, another car space. That is a fabulous property and has been really popular.
Melby Avenue is a great address, Philip. Simon Redonic Auctions, this terrific apartment there.
Gary, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and that is, it comes with an undercover car space. That is a fabulous property. And of course, Melby is one of the best streets of St Kilda East.
I have the pleasure of auctioning Northcote Avenue, Philip, at 3:30 p.m. I love this address. And
Yes,
great
Gary,
looking
this
home.
is a bit like you. It's an updated mid-century classic.
It's me.
And that is a fabulous home. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars. That is a fabulous property.
And we bring down the curtain, Philip, at 4:30 at number 8 Brooklyn, lucky number 8 Brooklyn Avenue in Caulfield South.
Check out this house, Gary. Nothing has been spared here. It's just immaculate from the front fence to the back fence and everything in between. 3 or 4 bedrooms, a study, 2.5 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars. That is a designer stunning home.
Phil, I think we've gone a bit over time, so we've got a few properties to review. Should we save them for next week?
No, I'm going to do it really quickly. Number
Okay.
19 Hornbeach Street, Brighton East is the most stunning family home. 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, an incredible garden, a beautiful swimming pool. That is a stunning home.
Looking forward to that one.
Let's talk about apartments, Gary, because apartments are just so popular. We have a luxury apartment number 6 at 138 to 144 Balaclava Road. It is on the corner of Kooyong Road. This is north-facing, Gary, got the most incredible terrace and the most stunning city views, which you would not expect. That is a luxury apartment and beautiful.
Finish off with Glencoe Street, Phil.
Gary, number 10, this is an Alistair Knox designed family sanctuary. This is stunning. The quality there is amazing. Glencoe, as you may well know, is a top street of Caulfield North. It's a wonderful property and a wonderful street, and we hope to sell that to some people from the Fink or the Banditos or the Hells Angels. But that is a beautiful home, beautiful property. That's a long episode of GPTV, Gary.
Too long.
Too long, some would say too long, but there's been so much to talk about. Thank
Yes.
you for all of those of you that have watched. Thank you to all of the hate mail we're going to get from those fat cat economists. You
And
just
the bearded
keep
ladies.
And the bearded
Yeah, yeah.
ladies. What a big week, what a big month, what a big year it's going to be in real estate. I'm Philip Kingston. Thank you for suffering through this long show.
I'm Gary Beer. Look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for watching.